So
hitting the livers,
the 9-to-5ers, or the Maria Shrivers.
Are we up on everything right now?
We are live on everything now. We're about 10 seconds in.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
whenever we're ready, we can start going.
Yeah,
we don't have anybody there, but it's all good. We can just,
What
it's
up?
all about the podcast.
Oh, are we on live right now?
We're live. We're ready to go. We're on IG Live. We're on Facebook Live.
Yo. All right. How's everybody doing out there?
What's happening? Oh, yeah!
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, what's happening?
I think I want to tell everybody that my name is Joel.
Oh, and my name is Cee Nario Jo. How y'all doing?
And this is Good Liquor, Cheap Beer.
Oh,
And
good
what
liquor.
episode we on?
We are on episode 4, season 5. Episode 4, season 5. Oh, yeah, that's
Season
right, baby.
5.
Ooh, baby.
That's a lot of
How did we get there?
Imagine that's a lot of episodes
It is.
and a lot of seasons and whatnot.
It is.
Where
And
can they check that out, by the way?
they can see all the previous seasons on YouTube.
Listen, we can
YouTube,
listen or
yeah,
see it.
they can
Wait, did
listen.
we have videos back then?
Nah, but it's, it's like technically you can watch it, but no, it's just a picture that's up there of
Subtle
some.
promo for everything.
Yeah,
It's like,
subtle
wait,
promo.
So they have video now? Yeah,
Uh,
that's right.
now we have
Like
video.
cheap beer,
Yeah.
Instagram.
That's new to season 5.
That is correct.
But you can catch all the first seasons 1 through 4 on youtube.com/Good Liquor Cheap Beer. It's all one word, even though it's 4.
And that's right. And then it's
Good Liquor Cheap Beer, or
And
just
Twitter itself is GLCB Show.
it's the only one we couldn't get a long ass name. Sorry,
Is that the reason why we didn't do that?
that's the only
I
reason
knew it.
they didn't allow for it.
Imagine- I knew it.
So-
So what's crazy? I think they allow for it now.
Maybe not, or maybe.
maybe not. Not sure about that one.
Yeah.
But Good Liquor, Cheap Beer. We're in the house. Again, my name is Joel. That's Cee Nario.
Oh yeah.
If you don't know us from our music stuff, imagine you might know us from Good Liquor, Cheap Beer.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But you should check out this dude's music.
Oh yeah.
He dropped an album recently. And it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I had the pleasure of mastering it, and I appreciate that. Good stuff.
Thank you very much for that shit.
Yeah,
You made it go from amazing to spectacular horrific. And so,
I like that, man.
yeah, so thank you. It's called Stay
Thank you.
Wavy EP. It's available anywhere you can listen to music online. Yeah, you can see it anywhere that music is available online, whether that's my website would be preferable, so that way you could check it out directly. thescenario.com. So the CEENARIO.com. You can get my album there, download that shit, listen to it, and if not, it's all good. You could get Spotify, iTunes, all that shit. And then Joel, what do you got?
Imagine I got some stuff.
What you got?
But whoisjoel.com,
Ooh.
WHOISJOWELL.com, Instagram.com/whoisjoel. That's pretty much the same handle for everything. You just keep up with my music, and I'm gonna be dropping a video soon. I gotta film it first, but for inhibition. But yeah, I'm gonna be filming a video, releasing that. But enough about your friend for one day.
JOWELL.
Enough about your friend for one day. But whoisjoel.com. You might know us from the anecdotes, maybe other music, helping your brothers and whatnot. But
Yeah.
this is Good Liquor, Cheap Beer.
Welcome.
And welcome. If you've never been here before. And
Welcome
we've
back.
been doing this for like kind of a little minute. Imagine a quick minute.
We started in 2010. Can you believe that?
1 minute rice.
Two. Uncle Ben is my shit.
That's delicious.
Actually, no.
I'm actually pretty hungry right now, so I'll take some of that. Uncle Ben.
Arroz con pollo.
I think that'll work too. But then we get the question because it's like, all right, so you guys are doing a podcast, so it's called Good Liquor, Cheap Beer, and when that question comes up, we always gotta think about it, imagine, and we always gotta explain it. And I'll say what I feel. I know I asked you last time, and you're like, well, you should tell people what you feel. But really quick, what does Good Liquor, Cheap Beer mean to you? Just
Que
so
lo que
people
tú dices, no te entiendo.
People that are listening, they're like, what the hell is this?
Oh, that's right. So Good Liquor, Cheap Beer, in my opinion, shit, ain't too bougie to motherfucking drink some liquor juice out of the garbage. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like we like quality things.
Yes.
That's not an issue, right? We do like quality stuff.
Give me
We
that
like to
steak.
have some good liquor and whatnot, but we're not too good to have some cheap beer
Nope.
on occasion.
Nope, we don't have cheap beer today.
And you know what I was thinking about? We don't have cheap beer.
Nah.
Wait, are you putting it in there?
Oh yeah,
You know-
Modelo. You better send me some
I remember
cervezas.
People were like, you gotta be in the video, and I'm like, I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I was like, listen to the audio, and then I'll watch the video.
True
And then
that,
it's like,
true
what
that,
do you
true
mean?
that.
How is that a trade-off?
Hey, in the name of the Padre, the Vato, and the Holy Puto, drink salute to the fucking modelo. Here you go. Hey, and if you didn't know, by the way, we didn't say this. This is your unfiltered, uncensored, unfiltered podcast, so you ain't got to worry about us being bitches.
Last time, this is uncensored. Get with it.
So yeah, man. So we talk about sports. We talk about other shit.
Good look at you, beer.
Oh yeah.
We're like, what is that?
So what does it mean to you?
Okay. So I was like, we're not too good for the cheap beer, but really, I thought about it furthermore. I started getting philosophical with it, and I was like, it's really about relaxation.
True.
Just chilling there, having good conversation.
Right.
Wait a minute, I didn't even try to rhyme.
Speak on it.
That's just improvisation. Imagine, that's a third one. Imagine just off the top of the dome. But anyways.
Speak on it.
It's pretty much, this is what it is. Being like, not humble, I can't maybe humble, but it's like getting over yourself and letting yourself just have a good time.
Get over yourself.
It's like just being cool about everything and chill out.
Yeah.
So we talk about different things.
Too cool.
Cheap beer.
Like Chester
We talk
Cheetah.
about Too Cool, which he
Or
passed
Too
away
Cool.
recently.
I was about to say, rep Too Cool. Rest in peace to Little Lawler, to Young Lawler.
Oh, look at that, dude! It looks like I'm performing now.
Oh, you're performing. No. Seriously though, rest in peace, Brian Christopher. Rest in peace. What was his Grandmaster Sexy, right? Grandmaster Sexy. Too Cool was one of the dopest motherfucking dopest tag team or like team I've ever seen, and they were. I fucking super love Too Cool. Rikishi was a fucking man, and when they recruited him, because he's fucking cool, funny ass, weird, kind of corny white boys with like this super fucking flamboyant,
it gave him an opportunity to
supposed hip hop clothing.
Something. Yeah, it was like, what year was that?
With fucking goggles looking like Seth Green, like those snowboard goggles that people put on their foreheads. Yeah, dude. And and they fucking did the worm, bro. Fucking Scotty Too Hottie did the worm, and then Rikishi put his ass cheeks in your nose. So anyway, shout out Too Cool.
Talking about wrestling, and then I guess that was the first time we ever talked about wrestling, by the way, on this show. But that'll show you, it's like we just talk about whatever.
That's right.
But it's really about sports, pop culture, like hip hop as well. Imagine hip hop.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you mean hip hop?
What is hip hop?
What's hip hop to you? What the fuck is hip hop?
First burp of the show. First burp of the show.
First burp in. Man, it doesn't get good until about the third burp. Man, once the third burp, but about the sixth burp, it's too much burps. Man, too many burps. It's like,
shit, flubs.
This is uncensored. Get with it.
Wubba lubba
I'm gonna
dub
have
dub.
that drop, dude.
I like it.
Fucking drop.
This is uncensored. Get with it. All right.
It was said with such like sass.
Conviction.
Like, this is
Conviction.
Too.
Motherfucker.
This is uncensored. Get with it.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
I fucking super love it.
And it's like, oh, you're gonna get drops of me. Well, I'm gonna get drops of you.
And I'm gonna get drops of pee in your face. All right, now we're just getting fucking like.
So what?
Yeah.
Okay, so people are watching. They're like, "Good liquor, cheap beer." Okay, you guys are doing the podcast.
I get it. You guys drink.
I get it. And it's like, oh, what else? I
get it. You're too fucking cool.
It's like, I get it. That's your crutch. Imagine, no, just totally kidding. But it's like,
that's
all
hilarious.
right. So if that's what you guys are doing, what are you guys talking about? We're talking about sports. We're talking about a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And I know you had a lot of things on your mind.
I did. I just wanted to
actually.
Shit. I mean, should I get started with my first thing?
Sure.
Because I just showed my boy Joel right here. The fucking. Yeah.
I was super busy all day.
Me too, man.
Today, right?
I believe it either came out today, Junior. Hey, no, it either came out today or yesterday.
Censored, get with it.
Yeah, dude.
I have
But
to keep doing the job. So if we don't have it right now, I'm like, what the fuck?
But yo, you know what's crazy is that we talked about him.
So
I think
what happened?
I think we talked about Colin Kaepernick on episode 2 of this season, and I didn't think I was gonna be talking about him again this soon. But so Nike, I believe it's their 20th anniversary of the Just Do It slogan, or it's the somethingth anniversary of the Just Do It slogan. I didn't realize that was part of it. But I don't know, maybe that's hearsay, but supposedly that's what I read or I heard. And so they just dropped this commercial and then like these ads with people's faces on it, black and white.
I felt the commercial when I was watching.
And so, dude, I actually didn't even see that. I had only seen the billboard. which was a picture of Colin Kaepernick's face, black and white, with something about like just doing it, but it was deeper. And so the memes, of course, have been wild all day with shit about other people with other people's faces being sarcastic, blah, blah. But you can go on our IG. We just dropped it today, which is September 5th. If you're listening to this today, Junior. But on September 5th, if you go to our feed on Instagram, you're gonna see the.
That's for you.
Getting good early.
I said if I burp 3.
It's not gonna take 40 minutes to get into it. Only 5. All right, but check it out. So
apologies for all that.
All right, but check it out. The advertisement is an advertisement. It's very powerful. It's very moving. The actual video advertisement.
It is.
It's on Nike's IG. We posted it also on Good Liquor Cheap Beer on Instagram. And dude, it's fucking dope. It's actually, hold on. As I keep talking about it, can you where's your phone at? We're gonna actually get everybody listen to it because you can see it if you want to go onto our Instagram, but you'll be able to listen to it right now. And it's very, it's very heartfelt. It's a very passionate. It's moving to me.
Don't swipe right.
And don't swipe right. But yeah, let's listen to it. Let's listen to it now.
If people say your dreams are crazy, if they laugh at what you think you can do, good. Because calling a dream crazy is not an insult. It's a compliment. Don't try to be the fastest in your school. Be the fastest ever. Don't believe you have to be like anybody to be somebody. Don't become the best basketball player on the planet. Be bigger than basketball. Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. If you have only one hand, don't just watch football, play it. And if you're a girl from Compton, become the greatest athlete ever. Yeah, that's more like it. So don't ask if your dreams are crazy. Ask if they're crazy enough.
Sheesh.
Yeah, man. So that's it right there. If you heard that shit, if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. See what you think. So real quick. So what's your first reaction, Joel? Tell me.
When I was watching it, and obviously, you know, this conversation could get like super political. And it might. And this is uncensored. I had to do the drop. It was perfect. You know, like it was just perfect move for it. Like so. It was. I felt it. Like I felt that the ad when I was watching it. More specifically, when he was like, you know, it's about sacrificing, sacrificing everything, and they show him, and like clearly, you know, he's not in the NFL because of the stance he made, and
or the lack of a stance.
Or the lack of a stance. I really I really felt like,
if you didn't get that real quick, it's because he kneeled. If you've been living under a rock, if you've been living under a rock, he kneeled during the national anthem.
Yeah, and you know, and I keep going into that. You know, that's its own debate. Like people will go into like whether that was right or wrong. You know, their opinions on it. But let's just comment on the ad, right? And yeah, man, I felt it. I loved the reference to the LeBron James thing too, where it's like, don't just be like the best player in the world.
That was the best.
You know, be bigger than that. Because when he came to the Lakers, and then it was announced that he had that school. Like that school, I think was the first public thing that he did after he was a Laker, other than like go to the summer thing or the summer league for like 20 minutes, and then left, or like an hour or something. And when he did that, he was getting some negative publicity and like coverage by some people, and some people were just saying, you know, he's all over the airwaves, what is he talking about, and all that stuff. And I try to explain it. I try to explain it to a lot of different people, just that, you know, what he was doing was so much bigger, you know, than just basketball, like giving all those, you know, kids, underprivileged kids, like an opportunity. And you're changing people's lives directly, not just for the moment when they're enjoying basketball. And you change people's lives and you touch people's lives watching sports. And, you know, you have those moments with the people that you love, and you know, it's part of your life. But when you're literally affecting people's lives like that and changing it, that's another level. And of just like social awareness, and, you know, and that's the level with the Colin Kaepernick stuff, the political, like where it hits like the political areas. And yeah, man, when I saw that, it was like, because I didn't even hear about it, dude. Like when you showed it to me, which was probably like 10 minutes before we started recording.
Right.
And it was super powerful.
Yeah.
That's what I would say about it. And I had heard something and I could connect it. But, you know, after I just told you what I felt like, how did you feel about it?
Man, when I already first saw so I didn't have any idea about the video until about an hour before I showed you. I saw that after I got off of work today. And in the morning, I think is when I woke up. It was either yesterday. I think it was yesterday when I started I saw the hullabaloo, but about the whole ad, and then just people were like, so I don't know if you saw this, but a bunch of people were like, just like anything, it's fucking retarded to me that you fucking spend a lot of money, because Nike shit ain't cheap. You spend a lot of money on this shit just to burn it or cut it or fuck it up. So all these people were taking their socks, their shorts, they're fucking cutting out the logo.
That's exactly what I was going to bring
It's
up.
ridiculous.
I heard something about like Nike and people burning Nike stuff, and I didn't click.
Go do you, boo.
Story. And now I'm just like, wow, like people are just burning the Nike stuff.
Just like the people that burn LeBron James jersey or anybody's jersey when they leave the team. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how I felt about that already before I watched the video. Of course, I think it's ridiculous. Anytime you try to take a quote unquote wannabe stance by putting it on social media or taking a picture and telling people how you're cutting your shorts like a fucking idiot. And just to take off a logo to prove your quote-unquote point.
Clearly you're not
So
a fan of that.
I'm not a fan of before we get to that, to me, I don't care what it is. To me, it's ridiculous when people take these quote-unquote wannabe half-ass stances against things that
entertainment.
And it does, against things like when Starbucks did the whole thing about like, oh, we're not going to put Christmas now, it's going to be holiday cups, and people were like, we're going to boycott Starbucks. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You're ridiculous. But anyway, so it's not about whether I agree with it or not. I just think it's stupid to, first of all, you spent your hard-earned money on all these fucking shoes, you know what I mean, or jerseys or whatever.
So now you're commenting on, just the reaction.
Just the reaction. Yeah. I get it if you want to stop buying stuff. I don't agree with you, but who cares? I don't care. That's your choice to boycott something, and it's your choice to cut up your own clothes. I just think you're stupid. Yeah. So anyway, but going back to the actual ad that I saw it, and immediately, just like everyone, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a doozy, because I was like, wow, they fucking put him on a huge ass billboard in Times Square, like a huge billboard. I'm guessing this thing is a couple 100 feet tall, and it's just in your face. And just everywhere, right? So I already thought that's huge, right? That spurred off a bunch of memes. Then I got home today, and I was just getting ready, charging my phone, getting ready for this show, and I just happened to see, I forgot who posted it, but somebody posted it, and I was like, wait a minute, is this really from Nike? So I went to Nike's page, and I saw the post, and I watched it, and I was moved. I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is dope. Because my feeling is like, yeah, man, same thing. I was already like, oh, I recognize that voice. That's Colin's voice. And then secondly, when the LeBron thing hit about don't be the best basketball player in the world, which is already amazing, right? Don't be the best basketball player in the world. Be more than that. And it's hilarious. It's crazy. I don't know if you realize this, but it's funny because it was like the first one that was like in your face with all the people that like disagree with just the social movement and stuff like that. Because the president had actually mentioned is always trying to like say that LeBron's an idiot or he's dumb, and then a bunch of like fucking pundits are like, oh, just go dribble your ball, this and that. And ever since that, he's like, no, I'm not gonna just dribble my ball. I'm gonna show you right here. And it's tight because LeBron is a fucking man. How he just was like, I'm not gonna really speak on it that much. I'm just not gonna shut up. And here. Proof is in the pudding. I'm gonna fucking open a school. Shut the fuck up.
That's the best payback of all. It's educating
huge,
people.
And he's not the first to do that, right? Jalen Rose was talking about that. Like he had a school.
Anybody in general that is underprivileged,
right?
Not just minorities, but it's like that tends to be the people. So that's like the ultimate slap in the face.
Totally.
Getting back. It's like educate these students, give them the ability to go to college. And
what a politician should be doing.
Yeah.
And the athletes doing it.
Hey, man.
So, and LeBron 2036. No, I don't know.
No, I know you say that, and I know that people joke around about
I'm not joking.
Stuff.
I'm not joking.
Totally not joking.
I'm not joking.
I could see that happen.
I can legitimately see The Rock being a candidate for the presidency. I can legitimately see LeBron James being a candidate
and it's not because
for a major office. Doesn't have to be president, but a major office.
Oh, so, yeah. That's one thing that I think that people like forget. It's like there's not just one like office.
Governor or a
like,
senator.
There's a lot of like
mayor. What's his name?
Like,
Kevin, the guy that was Sacramento's mayor. He's a former NBA athlete.
Oh yeah.
That's dope.
He's from the Suns, right?
Yeah. Forgot his name, but yeah, he goes to all the Sacramento Kings games now and shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway,
What I wanted to tell you was the NFL issued a statement.
Oh, I didn't even know about this, so tell me.
I didn't know about this. And I saw this before I saw the commercial.
Modelo time.
I saw somebody tweet about it saying that the NFL sent out a statement that said that they appreciate Colin Kaepernick. That's not verbatim, but that they respect like what he did or something like that.
That's cute.
Something to that effect. And now I want to ask you, like, what do you think about the NFL commenting on that now that Nike did this? Like, this is fresh. This is a straight, like, this is a fresh reaction.
This is my real reaction.
Like, this is the first time that I told him. I was kind of going to tell him before we aired.
And I said, don't tell me.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you think about that?
I think it's fucking cute.
It's exactly what it is.
I think it's super cute.
That's actually a perfect word for it.
You know what, though? You know what? Aside from being cute, though, I guess I must applaud. I guess I have to give him a half-assed, one-handed applause for actually doing something. But I was saying something because I would think that they wouldn't say anything. So I guess I give him like a pinky clap.
Yeah.
But like other than that, I think it's fucking super. I love ass claps.
Just a joke like New Alton situation.
But yeah, man, I think it's fucking cute. Just to wrap up what I was saying about the commercial, though, I think that she was dope about like the girl from because it's all these figures that are being like supposedly controversial, like LeBron, and then Serena, how she can't wear her bodysuit anymore.
Oh, dude,
like,
I think you brought that up because I saw that last. It's like
that's crazy.
Why?
Yeah,
why her?
I get Wimbledon because they talked about this.
The rule because of her.
Right. I get Wimbledon, or I think it's Wimbledon, that like everyone wears all white. Okay, that's cool.
That makes
but
sense.
Other than that saying that you like the Serena rule, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, but hey, that's what happens, man. Haters gonna hate, and potatoes gonna potate, and you're gonna they're gonna create new shit whenever they have somebody being hated on.
Try to get up in someone's head to, when they're at that level, it's like try to poke at them a little bit. It's so funny though because it's like she's such a great representative like for the sport,
and she's always been a stellar like example of just being like a humble, like work hard,
exemplary person,
athletic,
like just
dope person.
Like exactly, and that's just ridiculous. But okay,
so yeah. What did you read? You saw something about you're like, oh shit, we might get political tonight. What did you see? Did you see Trump already? He already commented.
I didn't verify.
So we gotta save that. We gotta save that. If you're in the live right now, like
I don't want to
hashtag Komodo golf tradition. Yeah, I get that.
Enough, people are like, it's called good liquor, cheap beer. You have like a sense of like like ethics for journalism, and it's like no, but really, I would want to make sure that source is right. Yeah, like because if I'm commenting on what the president of the United States like said, I want to make sure, right? Like
right.
I said, the article just said something like general that said that he commented and said something bad about like Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, he's already calling him out.
That's no fucking news.
So we'll see. So we'll see. But write us in the comments. Let us know what you think about that whole thing. If you're listening to the podcast, if you'd like going on the live or wherever, like just drop comments. Even if you're listening to this later on, hop onto our Facebook. Facebook.com/GoodLiquorCheapBeer. Go on our Instagram @GoodLiquorCheapBeer. Drop us some comments. Let us know what you think. Because I think this is a crazy issue. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens.
We'll go on the lighter side now.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. What's next?
We'll get off on like the politics for a little bit and go to super politics. I'm just messing around.
Ultra.
But ultra super. Like so. Oh hell yeah, fuck yeah. Like so. I did see something interesting.
What happened?
And in the news. Imagine in the news. It was sports news, and it was about Ray Allen. And he's actually going to be inducted into the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame. Like, this is all a basketball.
Wait, so did he officially retire? Because I never knew that he had officially retired.
No, he didn't retire.
He did not, right?
I don't think you have to retire to, like, technically be in the Hall of Fame.
Don't you?
Like, I don't know. I guess it sounds like it goes hand in hand, but
yeah.
No, I mean,
I don't think he's officially retired yet, bro.
He's not officially retired.
Nobody wants you anymore,
like,
bro.
I haven't said if I'm playing this year. Nobody wants you. No, that's
I'm just
up.
kidding.
You know,
or I'm not,
shooter.
though. I'm really.
Guess what?
Yeah, but how many shooters do we have now? We have lots of shooters.
Lakers, imagine. I'll take that jump shot all day.
Imagine.
Hell yeah, I'll take that. You wouldn't. I love.
I guess at the end of okay.
Sparked a new debate.
At the end,
not on the outline.
no.
Not even like anywhere close, but it's like, so you wouldn't want Ray Allen
At the end of the bench for a veterans minimum, sure, why not? But
okay,
like,
yeah, well, I wasn't gonna say he's gonna be your all-star player, but
does he want
what
that?
about your best shooter? Wait, if he's your best shooter,
But the thing is, okay,
pretty bad.
okay, true. But really, you got to think about it.
know,
Like, if you
man,
think
dude,
about
it's
who your
water,
first
bro.
string, and your second string, your first string,
First three.
the first
Next
string and the
string.
second string. Where does
Oh,
Real even
great.
fit on that? Like, why not have like a young, like athletic, energetic person to come off your bench at the end? Like,
You need shooters. I don't give a fuck.
We
what
need
that dude
big
is.
men, imagine.
We need shoot. Okay, no, I'm saying.
what
like,
about centers?
in the scenario that Ray Allen's on that squad?
Oh,
It's
okay.
because they needed shooting.
Yeah,
Like that's like.
I think we need a center before we need Ray Allen.
Oh, you're talking
Like,
about the Lakers?
yes,
Oh, we got back to the Lakers.
because
I was
you.
like, I don't know about all that
You
shit.
said
but
I'll
we
take
need
it.
a center. It's like, I don't know about none of that.
I don't fucking care about Ray Allen. We need a fucking center, bro. So congratulations on your Hall of Fame
No, no,
career,
no.
though. He deserves
So
that.
that's not
He
the
deserves
end
that.
of it.
Yeah.
That's not the end of it. So you started going on a tangent and being like, when I was like, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame, you're like, was that full retired? Like,
Hey,
hold up.
Rondo's a Laker,
So-
and he says fuck Ray Allen. So then I say fuck Ray Allen too. Just kidding. Just kidding, Ray Allen.
So that's
Just
exactly
kidding. I know you're in
why.
Sunset Park. Or what movie was he in?
He got game, bro.
Oh, he got game. What an idiot. Jesus Shuttlesworth, duh. Fucking retard. All right, anyway.
So that's funny that you brought that up because you were like, I don't care about Ray Allen and Rondo don't like him. That's why I was going to bring that up.
Dang.
Because Ray Allen, what he said was that to this day, Garnett and Rondo don't talk to him.
I believe it. Wholeheartedly.
They don't talk to him.
Real G shit.
Dude, they won a championship together.
But
right?
real
And they
G
don't talk to
shit.
each other. The only one that talks to each other out of the four, that was Ray
Pierce.
Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Rajon Rondo, right? The only one that talks to Ray Allen is Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
And that's just because he said through the years they like made up because they had like an event or like events together
Right.
and they like talked and now they're talking. And that, but Rondo still doesn't talk to him.
I love that shit. I
Kevin
think it's
Garnett
hardcore.
Still doesn't talk to him.
Love it.
And that's what I was like, dude, that's hilarious.
I love it.
Like to this day. Do you want to know why they don't talk to him? Like I know
I have
like,
my presumptions, but why?
And it's because so you're probably like presuming right. Like it's because of when he left the Celtics to go to the Heat, and he straight up just dipped.
Yeah.
Like when they were still the Big Four.
Dipstick.
They still were a dipstick. They were still the Big Four.
Let me dip that in some wet.
And then
Wait a minute.
he
Just
just-
kidding.
He just dipped and he went to Miami.
Ooh.
And they actually won a championship there, so it was worth it. Well, 2 championships.
Dang.
Oh, did Ray Allen win 2 championships?
Did
with
they
him or
ever
what?
play Havana Nights? Because that was
No, they ended up making a song Havana Nights. Like, welcome to Havana.
no, that was us. No, that's
Something like
that's the chick.
That was, I know.
Na,
they ended
na,
up doing that
na,
song
na,
that
na.
sounds something
No,
like
it
that.
sounds
But
nothing
it
like
didn't sound
ours.
like ours.
Yeah,
That
it's
just
still gonna come
ours.
soon. It's called Havana Nights. Oh,
Maybe not,
we'll
just
see.
Pfizer knows what I'm talking about.
oh, I like it.
So anyway, so you think that's hilarious?
I think it's hilarious. I love it. I love it. I'm all about it. I'm all about that shit. You know, it's funny because, you know, on a personal level, I think one day they're gonna talk, but I think it's still fresh enough to where, like, I believe it.
Garnett's already retired, and Ray Allen, we don't even know if he's gonna play anymore.
That don't
And
matter.
Garnett still don't talk to
That
him.
don't matter,
So
dog.
it takes 5 more years, 10 more years.
Who knows? Maybe 20.
Dude, what
But,
if
like-
they die? And he doesn't imagine what if they die? And he doesn't talk
Okay,
to
they don't have to be best friends though.
them.
Like,
They don't have to be
nobody
best
needs them to be
He said
friends.
They don't even talk to him at all.
I don't give a fuck. Like, like no, that really, like, he doesn't. Nobody owes each other shit just because you fucking played on a team together,
That's
right?
true.
But and then,
That's true.
but it does
These
make it
guys,
funny.
like, went through battles together.
I
And
1
it's
year.
not-
No, okay, they want. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not just 1 year. Like, it's not just 1 year.
I know.
Because that's the 1 year that they won the
Yeah.
championship. Dude, it's worse that they battled for other years together. Like,
Yeah.
They don't talk to each other. It's like, if
True.
it was 1 year and they win a championship, they don't talk to each other.
True.
It's like, ah, bitch. Like, they just won a championship, they don't care. But
Yeah.
even worse, they were grinding. But yeah, so anyway.
Hey man, I thought for years that Shaq and Kobe would never reunite, but like,
that's true.
so that's why to me, I think
At the time,
I think eventually,
It really does.
it hasn't been enough time for
It
them
really
though.
does.
So that's why I think it's hilarious and it's actually kind of cool.
It's not
but-
time, yeah, I
But
guess
back to the
it's-
Hall of Fame conversation though, like I congratulations Ray Allen on the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What nomination or what is it?
Yeah, he's gonna be inducted.
He's gonna be inducted.
He's gonna be inducted. No, he's
Wait, so that's the
induction.
Naismith. That's different from the NBA Hall of Fame,
Yeah,
right?
it's-
That's
it's
the
bigger.
overall
Like,
basketball one.
I think that's like,
Yeah.
I mean, NBA is like bigger accomplishments, but like just to be in the basketball, the general basketball Hall of Fame,
Right.
dude, that's the whole sport.
No, for
Like, it
sure.
encompasses that, and that's because he's like gonna go down as like one of the best shooters. of all
We'll go
time.
down in history.
Not, I don't know if it's like the best shooter because you have like Reggie Miller, now Steph Curry.
He's definitely top five.
Top five, dude.
Top five.
Wow.
That's pretty high. No, okay, top 10 for sure. Because I don't really know.
I heard him on an interview too, and he was just like, the reason why I'm so good, or like, I'm so good.
That release
He's
was
just like,
fucking crazy.
I just shoot like 1,000 like jumpers a day, and it's like he has such a strong like mental like mind state because he's just because like basketball's mental, any sport's mental. We were talking about that before we went on there.
Yeah.
So just like everything's mental, but it's like basketball's the most mental because I've read a lot of different like basketball. Oh, what? Sorry, not the most mental. Sorry, I read a lot of.
You let's get mental.
It's just very mental because of this. The dimensions of the court don't change.
Right.
They never change. So why would you be statistically way worse away? It's just a mental thing. Like, people are booing you, right?
And then it's just like
sports either. It's
just
very
like
similar.
free throws.
Totally. It's like you make them in practice, but why can't you make them in the game?
Like Shaq
Super
or
mental.
Dwight.
So it's like when I heard an interview that he had where they was talking about his shooting and his mental mindset. He's just like, I understand. There it is. That's 5. Imagine the 5 burp word. Imagine. So it's like he's just like, dude, I just understand. The dimensions don't change. So it's like if I shoot well and I shoot 1,000 jumpers, I know I can hit it anywhere if it's the same dimensions. It's like he's like that's why he's such a good shooter.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I was looking at that, I was
Shooter!
looking at all the Ray Allen stuff. You're talking about one of the great shooters of all time, right?
Yeah.
And another great just released something this week out of nowhere.
Who?
And
Who that?
one of the great rappers.
Who that?
And his name is Marshall Mathers.
Who that?
And
Who the fuck is Marshall Mathers, bro?
Kamikaze.
What?
And he goes by
What?
AKA Eminem. Imagine Marshall Mathers.
Oh.
So yeah, Marshall Mathers dropped an album. Did
Slim
you listen
Shady
to that by any
LP.
chance?
All right. That's fucking funny because
Did
we
you?
actually haven't talked about this off air yet. I did. Semi. Kind of.
I got it, bro.
So I got a hat. I'm at half mast, bro. Hey, so yeah, I'm not sure. All right, so I did listen to Kamikaze, and I say kind of because here's the thing. So for a day or two, for like 2 or 3 days, you know, the internet's going wild with the release of Kamikaze and the surprise album by Eminem. Shout out Eminem, rhymes or something. His mom's a spaghetti. I don't fucking know how it goes. But anyway, hey, no, not even throwing shade, man. Marshall Mathers is one of the fucking best MCs of all time, obviously, and I love. Like, I'm a fan, you know. I'm not a super fan, like a stan. What? Oh, that's burp number 10. No, I'm just kidding. No, but hey, okay, so this is what happened is, honestly, I just, as many people are, I'm so fucking busy. Like, I just don't have time to be sitting there listening to new albums. That's why sometimes it takes me months to, like, catch up to something and start listening to it. So,
happens to me too, which is crazy. The fact that it came on my Spotify playlist, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I started listening to the rest, and I'm like, "Dude, like this is the first time
I saw
where
it.
An album came out like the day of, and I actually like listened to it."
Well, honestly, I had no idea because I saw the album art pop up, and then I was like, Beastie Boys reissued. Beastie Boys reissued. Fuck, what album is that? Anyway, you guys know if you guys know. And I was like, oh, it's not them. That's crazy because a lot of people, other people did notice that. They're like, why did he use the Beastie Boys shit?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, people were talking about it, and everyone on my timeline, I'd say not everyone, but I'd say like 90% of people on my timelines, whether that's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, were singing his praises and are like super loving it. Anywhere from stan mode to like just big fan mode.
Oh, no shit.
And then a good 10 to 20% of them were like talking shit. Like, no, that shit was trash, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So then I honestly was like, I was intrigued, but I didn't do it. And you know what made me listen to it, man? When was it? Within the last 48 hours, Machine Gun Kelly, which is completely irrelevant, like to me, not even a diss. Like I just don't listen to him. Like, you know, so like, but it came up, and I was like, I honestly don't know. But I think it's the people that posted it, and I was like, I wouldn't expect those people to post it. So let me listen, because now it validated it to want me to listen. So I listened to it, dude, and I sat there listening to MGK's diss, and that shit was hard, bro. Have you heard that?
MGK's diss on Eminem?
Back. His response, because Eminem dissed him. So MGK, God, devil, or like rap devil, he was like calling himself, because like, you know, Eminem's rap god. Yeah. So, but bro.
Does he have a response of, wait, is that who
Machine Gun Kelly? Yes, he talks about him being one of the white boys, and like that's like an imitator and all that
honestly,
shit. Levels.
Honestly, dude, like, okay, well, before I tell you what I think, this is what I saw, which was like on CNN. So this is a good source. Like, so this is what I read. The Detroit native is currently on track for his album to debut #1 on the Billboard 200 chart. Okay? The feature would mark Eminem's 9th #1 album.
Wow.
His previous 7 albums also debuted at #1. If Slim Shady pulls it off again, he'll be the first artist in history with 8 consecutive album entries in the top spot. They all debuted at #1. Every single album.
Wow.
That's fucking
it's wild.
Nuts.
It's
Especially the fact, you know, what really, the crazy thing about that stat is that he'd be doing it now in 2018.
Yeah.
When it's like
hard
dude,
to get
you
those.
have other artists that are very, very relevant, like arguably more relevant at the moment than Eminem, and they still don't debut #1.
You know what's crazy is I just had always assumed, now that you're bringing that up, I'd always assumed that most of Drake's had #1, and no, he didn't have his first #1 album until like Take Care or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it's
whoa.
He was #1 like
He's just been consecutive.
#1,
right.
Urban, #1 on the charts. Like,
wait, so you're talking about overall
singles.
#1?
These are the album #1.
Just out of all genres.
That means his whole album is #1 on the whole Billboard Top 100.
That's crazy, man.
Of all genres. That's pop included, country, like everything. Spanish
Square
music,
dance with
world
me.
music, everything.
Square dance.
That's how big, and that's why I'm like, dude, I don't think people realize like the type of fucking reach that is. Like
that just goes to show, honestly, man.
nowhere.
Not to get
No
super
hype.
controversial, but I mean, that's what happens if you're that good and you're a white dude. Like, yeah,
Dang,
you know.
Okay, so that's why you think that's why he's getting
No, real shit, man. Real shit.
So like,
love my white brethren and
of
sisters,
course,
but like, you know,
course.
it's straight
But I
up.
think
Come on.
That's why he gets the.
You have. It's not the only reason, but it's like you have to already be this excellent, and he's already that excellent.
Yeah.
And if you happen to have light skin, then you know it's gotta help.
More coverage.
Of course, you know.
More love, media.
I'm not even saying that as a bad thing, honestly. Like it's the reality of the world that we live in. Maybe I'm wrong, and fuck me.
And how
But
would
you
say
know,
that works though with hip hop though, because it's like
because it transcends hip hop. That's why.
It transcends. Like
Yeah,
it's because. But the other thing is like if that's the case with like the mainstream, why? Well, now he's so revered because he's a legend. Like, and he's always taking the stance of like.
So like non-hip hop fans love him already because they're just like he's amazing. And then hip hop fans,
like the early 20s, 19-year-olds, like, dude, they actually like Eminem, like because
why not?
Of course, why wouldn't they? Like, but I'm just saying, like that's different than like they don't. I guess they really respect the lyricism. And
yes,
whatnot.
dude, because I could take it back
to.
And for
like,
me, obviously,
whole hip-hop
for me,
yeah.
yes, I'm light skinned, but I'm technically not quote unquote Caucasian.
Yeah.
And so, but for me, dude, I don't know that as big of a fucking hip hop fan as I am. I don't know that many other MCs that I knew that many songs word for word.
Yeah.
And his like just like everything, dude. I remember like fuck, I can't think of the song right now. I'm gonna remember.
Do you think that's because he's so good, or you
Yes, he's so
because he
good.
had the coverage
No.
because of that, and he was more exposed.
So I think the barrier to entry was lowered because he is white.
Okay.
That's just what it is.
Okay.
But now that he's there, though, like I mean, that's anything, right? Like sometimes it happens to do with your skin color, I guess, but other times it has to do with money and like you having a push from your label or you're having a push from something. So you got to be out in the eyes. You got to be having the eyes and ears, and then now it's up to you to be amazing. And so he had everything. He's just he's the shit. He's the legend. He's fucking top.
Yeah, he's so good. No,
like,
but honestly, like there's very few MCs that have that type of range and being able to rhyme like at that level, that pace, that consistent.
And now he's
freestyle like that too.
Yes, and now he's taking all of the young booties, new booties, fucking like cadences, and takes their flows and spits it back out to you, and it's like, I just shitted on you with your own flow. But real quick, I want to hear what you think of the Kamikaze. Yeah. So real quick, I have to do a re-listen. Mm-hmm. This is why. So I heard MGK's diss, and I was instantly then was like, now I gotta hear this. Now I gotta listen to the album because enough people on my timeline saying it, it wasn't enough for me to listen. Hearing his diss, I was like, okay, now I gotta hear what he said. And I started listening to the album, and this is the thing. Even when I was scrolling through and going through, and I just happened to stumble upon MGK shit, I was busy. I was doing something else. I was doing something else in my room. I was, responding to emails. I was just doing other shit. Yeah. But it captivated me, right? Mm-hmm. Enough for me to sit down and listen to it and then even rewind it. I'm like, oh, hold on. MGK's. Yes, this is MGK's diss. And I was like, whoa, hold on. I got to rewind this and I got to listen to it. I listened to it once and then I had to rewind it, listen to it again. But then I went down. I was like, okay, got to pull up my Spotify, listen to Kamikaze. I put it on. I liked it. I think it was around track 3. I liked it.
And
all of a sudden, I wasn't paying attention anymore. I was doing something else. And so I think that's why I was like, you know what? Just it's a different type of hip hop, right? Yeah, but when I heard, for example, 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, when Travis Scott dropped his album, I listened to that. I know they're different. Super different. But that thing captivated me. This one did not.
It's because it's more relevant. Like just in general.
True.
Like it's more relevant.
True. But so that kind of, it even hurt me. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. I stopped listening. Let me go back. And I tried to rewind it, started listening again, got busy.
Yeah.
I tried to rewind it 5 times. I was like, this isn't going to happen today. It's not keeping my attention. I'm going to have to try later.
What a trip.
So like, what do you think?
It's crazy because like I kind of had the opposite effect, and it's probably not, it's probably because I listened on a single. Like I guess which was I don't know if there's a single, like, because it just came out of nowhere, the album, like, but I'm sure they're playing songs on the radio. And it was a song that was, like, undeniably going to be, like, one of the fire tracks, like, when they released the album. So when I heard that, I was just like, holy shit. Because, dude, it was a more modern type beat that I never heard Eminem on. And then the other thing was the flow. And he's just going on that track, I don't remember which one it is, but then I changed to the album and I started listening to the album and I noticed that there was probably like 5 or 6 tracks that I was like, holy shit, like this shit is fucking flames, dude. Like this is like fucking retarded dope, where it's super dope beats, super dope production, and retarded lyrics. And the other thing, he's just shitting. He did like the J. Cole thing, dude, where on, the last album that J. Cole had, where he takes the cadence of like the trap rappers. Yes, and he has like modern beats, type of like the hi-hats and whatnot, and that's exactly what Eminem has on.
Damn, I listened to K.O.D. straight through though.
Dude, so
that one captivated me.
But I get you though, because I actually understand when you say that, because when I went to the album, I didn't like every song that I heard with the flow, but like let's say I sat there and I listened to 8 songs. Right. Out of the 8 songs, I probably like 4 or 5, which honestly, that's pretty damn good.
That's great.
For an Eminem's like album that I just didn't know was coming.
Right. Nobody did.
All I've been listening to is like more modern music. Like, yeah, of course we all like the all like what we like. Where it's like old school.
Sicko mode.
Like
Na 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 na
I've just been
na
listening
na.
to that, like, you know, the Travis Scott stuff, like a lot more like newer, more quote unquote like relevant stuff. And when I heard that shit, like you need to probably, dude, what you need to probably do is like listen to just the tracks that are like the standouts. Like, because as I started listening to the other ones, I started hearing things that almost sounded filler to me. And maybe to Eminem they weren't filler.
Right.
Maybe he's just not like.
But
relevant
dude, square dance with me. I actually like that shit. I thought that was dope.
It's like,
and that's a filler song.
Oh,
no, it's from like albums
okay.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, see, but it's like now our filler, like what we hear now, because like we keep up with like the trends and things that are like you know, new and stuff like that. It's like our filler, what we know is what I know we're all gonna like super going later, but it's like what we think's filler is like when we hear that now, that might have sounded okay to be filler a couple years ago, or maybe 10 years ago. But now filler has a new, different standard to our
Filler
ears.
has no place.
It has no place, right? Like,
Yeah. You might as well drop EPs like Kanye West.
To M, that might not be filler, because then we go back to the artistic thing where it's like, you know, to him, he's just making music. Like, he's not making music to be like, oh, this one's a flame, this one's flame.
Or I need to sell this many records.
Or this one's got to be dope. It's like, clearly, dude, it's like, but what I could hear on the tracks is that this dude loves rapping. And this dude's so good at rapping.
Yeah.
Like, one of the best. Like,
one of the best we've ever seen.
About top 5 before. You can put Eminem on like those like.
He would probably be on my top 5.
So it's funny that you say this, because we're getting later in the podcast, and not to say that we're gonna leave or it's over, but we're gonna start.
Over.
It's over.
It's over now. I don't know what song that is. Over. Hey,
what the fuck is
O-Town, bro. It's fucking O-Town, you band boy.
Yo, bastard.
Band boy?
So
what the fuck is a band boy?
So we were talking about, I think you were thinking about making the band.
Boy band.
Because making the band was Diddy after, and then I think that they're, So anyway, the association.
Dylan.
So we're talking about top 5.
Dylan.
Top 5, right? And we know Eminem could be there.
Dylan.
You know, in some other people's top 5. You know, before we close out, I know you had a question, Mike, but I want to bring this up too. Is that, you know, we had top 5. I know in other people's top 5, you have Tupac, you have Biggie, right? Like, that's going to be in some other people's top 5. Maybe not the newer people, right? They're like, not in my top 5. Like, but
I'm already getting pissed at the question.
Yeah. No. Wait. So my question to you, it's probably not going to be the question that you think it is. So I don't think it would piss you off. Like, but I hope it does. Like, so what I want to ask you, when I started thinking about Biggie, started thinking about Pac, and I was like, dude, if they were still alive right now, who would be like a dream collaboration?
Who knows if they would have adjusted?
You know, that's another thing. But before you get to that, like, I like that. Like, already, like, going above and beyond. Imagine, like, thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Like, but, dude, like, if they were around today, because I thought about that the other day, and the reason why I thought about this, because this isn't somebody that I was gonna, like, I'm gonna tell you who I said. Like, but I was watching Drake on TV, and you know how he's always working with, like, whoever he thinks is gonna, like, whoever's relevant, whoever's hot, like he's rubbed shoulders with them, and if they're coming up, he takes some of that shine.
Wait, who are we talking about?
No,
I was already thinking about
I was talking about Drake.
Yes.
And I started thinking about him, like, damn, man.
And then he gives him the Drake curse.
For the newer guys coming out, right? Like, dude, that's what people say, is that, like, he works with legends, and he takes that shine. And then he'll work with people coming up and take the shine before they even got their full shine. Yeah. Take that shit and just keep it.
Sorry.
But, you know, it's like, hey, dude, if that's what I guess that's a whole nother conversation. But what I was going to say is, like, dude, I was like, man, I could totally imagine like Drake and Biggie, because Biggie was on one of the samples that he used. Drake was on the first one. I was like, damn, a Drake and Biggie track would have been crazy. Whether some people would be like, blasphemy. Like,
no, that's not blasphemy.
Some people. Like, I'm just saying. Like,
that's stupid.
There's a lot of diehards.
That's stupid.
Like, it's so crazy, the diehards of the levels in hip-hop.
I'm a diehard Biggie fan. That's fucking stupid for you to say that that's blasphemy.
Like, to do it with Drake?
No, yes.
So, yeah.
How could you not? Biggie was dope because he was fucking got lyricism, but he was mainstream as fuck, making dope ass fucking track. How could you ever fucking be like that's blasphemy? That's ridiculous to me. It blows my fucking mind that someone would be so mad at that. That would have been amazing. I didn't even think about that. A Drake and Biggie collab.
So like, who would you say? Well, first I'd be like, so Biggie.
So
anybody out right now? That
so
like,
I would have just thrown out because I honestly you kind of threw me off and I was trying to think in the last minute that you were talking.
Yeah.
So Tupac, it's easy, low hanging fruit, but how could it not be Kendrick? And then like Kendrick and Tupac, and then and then first I was thinking the singers. So then I was like, oh, okay, MCs. If it's another MC, Kendrick, like just like how could that not? Like that would just be it's from a similar soil. Like they got the similar like.
No one ever
it's just
happened.
dope.
DJ Quick and Tupac. Dude.
Oh my
That
god.
should never happen. And that's a tragedy for West Coast hip hop.
Did it never happen? I think Quick
see.
might have produced a Tupac track at least. I don't know if I don't think he ever rapped with them.
Like together on the same track.
Yeah, but yeah. So I think Kendrick.
Yeah.
I think Kendrick and Tupac is like the obvious like collaboration that never happened that would have been amazing. And then I don't know why I was just trying to think of who was like a New York and I'm like Joey Badass and Biggie.
Wait a minute.
Joey,
wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, that's the posthumous album though.
That's after, right?
It's after he passed. Yeah.
That's not the same one.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe he recorded it when they were alive, or maybe not. It's one of those ones that he did after.
You know what? No, this is
I know I'd rather be in the sky. All right, but just to finish what I was saying, so Kendrick and Tupac, and then I think for Biggie, like just throwing it out there, just because he's such a dope ass lyricist, like Joey Badass and Notorious B.I.G. would have been pretty fucking dope. The fact that you said Drake just took it to another level. I was just thinking like lyricist. I was like Joey Badass and Biggie would be fucking dope.
That's the cool thing is you can get really creative with it. It's
Yeah.
like you could go two routes because Biggie had that. Pac had that too.
Yeah.
But it's like Biggie,
Joey Badass has that New York
check
like
it,
lyricism, like boom.
This is one that I thought about that I was like, I cannot believe that never happened. Biggie and Mos Def.
Wow, that never happened either.
Biggie and Mos Def until their quality.
I mean, I guess like you really got to realize like how short-lived their mainstream careers were.
Right after. Like after. Well, not right after, but it's like after.
Kind of, yeah, and they're obviously their lives and their careers were. Oh my God, that would have been Common and Tupac, but they were fighting, weren't they? They were like doing some shit. Yeah.
The West Side Connection.
Yeah, the West Side Connection. That's right.
Hey,
that shit was hard, bro.
I used to love her.
Hey,
about the West Side Connection.
Yes. Yo, bro, the feuds back in the day were real. Obviously, that's why, unfortunately, it ended in two people's passing, the greatest MCs at that time. But that shit's real. And speaking on beefs currently, imagine this is not on the agenda, but what you think about Tekashi 6ix9ine? Do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, I do.
What's your opinion on that? I'm curious.
It's funny that like you asked me that. I've actually got asked that like a couple times in the past like month.
Do you know he's had a fucking #1 on the Billboard every time he's dropped a different style?
Wow.
So
wait, what is the next
so
one?
First, yes, okay, and that shit is hard.
Fire, right?
It's fucking
I'll
fire.
Tell you about what so let me give you my
so he even said it. He even said it. He's like, I dropped Gummo and I dropped all this other shit and I went #1 on the Billboard and you guys were like, oh, it's just because you fucking scream and you scream like blah blah blah. He's like, all right. So then he came with something he didn't scream on, and I think that was like the Fifi track that he did with Nicki Minaj. And he did another one.
Fire too, bro.
I hated it the first time I heard it, and then eventually I liked it because it was catchy as fuck.
So
and
catchy.
Now he's got these. It's not reggaeton. It's like he's like not even that. He's like he calls himself the other dude. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name right now, but the dude he collabed with this song on.
Yeah.
I went to his Instagram and he's like trap español, so it's like trap, but
yeah,
it's rap.
Yeah.
It's got kind of like that Latin vibe, obviously, but then it's all in Spanish. By the way, that video is amazing. All the titties and ass and that shit. It's amazing. But yo, and you know what's funny is there's all this shit about pedophile and all that shit, right?
Wait, what? I didn't hear about that. What's that?
Oh, that's like the biggest thing that's like for the last year or two that he's an alleged pedophile that supposedly I guess he had sex with like a chick when she was like, I don't know, 16 or something. The thing is that like he may have already been like 17 or 18. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't approve of that at all. But it's that's like the biggest thing where people just keep but you're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. So I don't know if that's true or not. So I don't know. But
so none of that was proven.
I don't know. I don't know. So
so
but anyway, what's your
artistry.
Yeah.
I got asked that because of the way he looks, because everybody thinks he's a joke, and I was like, I'll tell you this. All I've heard of him is his music, and so far what I've heard is actually pretty good. And it's crazy that I say that, because when I heard it, I was like, wait, so this is the dude that you guys are... And I'm like, I've heard this song before I heard the question of like, what do you think about him? And I heard the tracks, and I remember thinking, it's catchy. Not going to say it's going to go down in the history of like music as like one of the best pieces of art. No, like,
not.
But
he's definitely not a lyricist. He's not a lyricist.
It's good as far as like the production and quality of it is good. And I think that whoever is writing the music, like he's either working with a good team, or maybe he's making the music.
He's probably writing the lyrics, because he's not a lyricism, but he's got a good production team or A&Rs or whoever's managing him.
Dude, I don't even
they're doing great.
Horrible with like all the lyrics either too, because
they're not horrible.
Where things are like with the things, like
nope.
Things come out now.
Yeah,
pretty shitty. That like when I hear that now, I'm just like, that's actually not that bad, and not even not that bad for being not that bad. Dude, it's really. I venture to say that I would challenge somebody else that's shitting on him or like that music to make something better.
I just challenge. Yeah. No, for real. I just challenge Jake Low. If you tired of hearing,
like to like this in general,
totally.
Like other artists.
If you tired of hearing them, just make something better. Totally, I hear you.
Totally.
So we got a few minutes. left. What else you want to get into the show real quick? I had one last thing, and I just wanted to say, like, I've been going to a lot of Dodger games the last couple of weeks. And the last time I think we talked on the show about the Dodgers, they were like in fourth place. They had slipped.
We were really worried.
I was very worried. We were really worried.
We were really concerned.
And you know what? Then I think after that show, and I posted it on the Good Liquor Cheap Beer page. And we had 5 games.
Clearly
5 wins in a row. 5 wins in a row. And then all of a sudden,
they went on the field.
Then they got to first in the NL West. So right now, they slipped. They lost 2 days ago.
Shitted on.
Yeah.
Cheap Beer again.
Nope.
We have to go to first place again.
So Dodgers are in second. They're in second right now by 1 game back behind the Rockies. And the fucking Rockies all of a sudden decided to be a good team this year. And 1-5-9. And then, but yeah, man, Dodgers, thank God you guys pulled it together. I hope your bats need to wake the fuck up, though, because like what? Even the ones that they won, I was there on Saturday.
This is uncensored.
On Saturday, I was there, and I think it was in the 8th inning. We were still losing 2-0. 2 men on base. Matt Kemp comes up to the plate. Boom! 3-run jack. Amazing. The fucking place was a playoff atmosphere. Playoff atmosphere. It was amazing. I snapped. It was amazing. And then, that was a 6th break.
Wow.
And then on Tuesday,
what is that?
3 days later, I was there on September 4th. And dude, they won on Saturday. On Sunday, they didn't go. He did the same thing.
What?
They won 3-2. Then on Monday, they lost against the Mets, the shitty ass fucking Mets.
Damn.
They lost against them. And then on Tuesday, I went and they blew them out the fucking water. I think it was like 11-2. Dude, we were losing. I've
been looking at the numbers.
We were losing.
I've been looking at the standings. I've been looking at the scores, and it's like we're rolling.
We need to. Okay, so what I'm happy about is that if we're getting hot, and it feels like we're getting hot at the right fucking time.
Yes.
But what I'm not happy about is the bats need to wake the fuck up. Let's go, Dodgers. Let's go.
That seems to be like always the case.
Let's get the bats going. You know, we got a bunch of pitchers coming back.
Yeah.
We got a minute remaining. Is there anything we want to talk about real quick?
What I want to talk about is tell everybody to go to Instagram.com/goodliquorcheapbeer, Twitter.com/GLCB show. Go to thecenario.com.
Oh yeah.
Whoisjoel.com. Chris has already taken off his headphones.
Not yet.
He's pissed. Imagine he's had enough and he's done with it. But I want to thank everybody for joining us.
Thank you guys.
You know, we've
Dude, we had a
we've been
bunch of
hitting
people.
an hour, too.
Real quick. We got a bunch of people in the fucking live, so I just want to shout them out real quick.
Oh,
Ashley Hartsock, Jay Aquino, James Blakesley, Lester Mendoza, James Du, Davina. We got Komodo. We got Food Boost Media. For anyone that's doing that shit. And we got Viviana Ritson. We got Vanessa Vega. Hey, I want to shout out everybody. And then Facebook's not letting me see everyone that joined before Ashley. So Slick C.
Go to Instagram.com/GoodLiquorCheapBeer. Go to the Facebook, Good Liquor Cheap Beer, and you'll be able to. Where's the other one?
Good Liquor Cheap Beer. Oh, GLCB on Twitter.
That's right.
GLCB show.
My apologies. And go to that, and you can actually watch the podcast.
Yeah.
See with your eyes what you hear, and it's like,
And once again, man, let's give them the fucking name. So thank you very much for tuning in. This is episode 4, season 5 of Good Liquor Cheap Beer.
That's right.
His name is
Jo Well.
My name is
Cee Nario.
Oh, and thank you very much for joining us up.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Much love.
We'll see you later. Episode 5 coming up.
Later, losers.
Peace.
Oh yeah.